Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're gonna really dive deep into local SEO.
Ooh, fine.
It is fun. It's gonna be all about you guys and how you can boost your business online.
Hey there. Want to share your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I actually have a question. Could you give me like an exact example? Let's say if I have a local plumbing business somewhere in Melbourne on the type of title tags and meta description I would need to generate for a more localized page, let's say in Brunswick, that will help me get more leads there. How do I go about that?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
Absolutely. Let's unpack this.
Okay, so you're a plumber in Brunswick, Melbourne.
And you want to get more leads with a localized page.
Right, so thinking about the title tag and meta description.
What's fascinating here is it's all about specificity,
Okay, so instead of just saying plumber, Melbourne,
which you could, but that's not very targeted.
you'd want to be more specific.
Exactly. Something like Brunswick Plumbing Services 2047 Emergency Plumbers.
Yeah, that's way better.
And for the meta description, you want to include keywords.
And tell people what makes you special, right?
Precisely. You could say something like, need a reliable plumber in Brunswick. All's Plumbing offers fast, 2047 emergency plumbing services, hot water repairs, and leak detection. Call now.
Okay, so you're getting that location in there.
Yeah, using Brunswick and also relevant services.
Hi, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the new updated version of Google's NotebookLM, which is a phenomenal free tool that you can use now. It started as an experimental tool for Google, and now it's really taking over. I'm no longer using Claude AI because I love this tool. The fact that it's powered by Google Gemini's 2.0 Flash makes it pretty incredible. Some people don't like that, but I'm really liking this model. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use it. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how, in conjunction with another free tool or freemium tool, you can create incredible, comprehensible, downloadable checklist or guides or anything you really want that you can use as great lead magnet tools. While this channel is all about SEO and automations with AI, we still want to generate leads, and this can be a great way for you to start generating those leads and traffic and give you a little boost whilst you wait for SEO to take action. So here we created a local SEO checklist, and you might think this is really silly. You can ask, ChatGPT for all this stuff, but you'd be surprised how good checklist downloadable PDFs work. And obviously this is in return for somebody giving you their email. You give them this high comprehensive checklist, which I made using Google NotebookLM. And I chose all the sources which I wanted Google NotebookLM to create this checklist on. And obviously I'm biased, so I selected all my sources where I talk about local SEO and automations to generate that checklist. And then I gave all of that unformatted text to gamma.ai, which you can use for free for a couple of times, and it created this nicely kind of formatted PDF that I can download. Now, I probably need to amend it a little bit more, but it's done 90% of the work for me. So it's a really useful tool. And I'm going to show you a few other things as well with NotebookLM, how to join that conversation as you saw in the beginning, how to download that and maybe upload it to something like SoundCloud to expand your footprint if you're writing blog posts about a source or about a subject with all the sources here. And if you don't know me, my name's Nico. I run an online community called the AI Ranking School community where we simplify SEO and we help you maximize your search engine optimization with AI tools like the one I'm about to show you today and automations as well, so you can make the most out of these new tools coming out. We give you real world use cases for these tools to make your life a lot easier. There is a premium community that gets you access to very, very high quality content and automations and the blueprints for everything, including 2 weekly meetings with us and the team. So if you run into a bit of a speed bump, you can have a conversation with us there. It's just really to speed up that learning curve and to get a bit more support. But if you don't want to commit to anything like that at the moment, that's okay. You can try our free community. There's a lot of free content, great content there as well. It's a great way to get started as well. And then you can make the decision whether you want to join us in the premium community there. But let's get started right away. And we're going to use this example here of creating a notebook, this what it's called here, on local SEO. So I'm going to go to this one right away, but when you create an account on Google NotebookLM, and I'll leave a link to how to create an account below, you're not going to have all those notebooks here, obviously, but you're going to create a new notebook, and it's going to tell you to update a bunch of sources. You can upload data from your Google Drive, links, websites, and YouTube's. Sometimes website links don't work. I'll show you a quick workaround with that. And you can just paste the text as well of the source that you want. They've increased the source limit. It used to be 50 files, if I recall correctly, that you can upload, and now you can upload 300. So let's say also, this is an SEO, but you're a teacher or you're a university student. You can upload all your notes, all the lecturers' files there, and start having conversations about all this information and learn very quickly. Anyway, you can also add audio files as well, which is really, really handy. So what we're going to do though first is we're going to upload YouTube videos. And I've done a lot of videos on SEO and local SEO specifically as well, and automation. So I'm just going to search through my channel as well. If you haven't subscribed already, I recommend you do if you like SEO and automations. So I'm going to go to local SEO and see what I've done here in the past. I really like this video here about local SEO strategies. This one as well. This one and this automation stuff. I really like this tool here. This isn't for a lot of automation stuff here that I recommend you check out. You don't have to by any means, but it might make your life a little bit easier. You can see here that I've selected the YouTube link stuff. You can't just select the website link, it won't work. But you can see that it's starting to read that information there correctly. Beautiful. I'm going to add a new source, go to another video here. And go to my automation YouTube here, perfect, and place in there. So obviously I don't want to be too biased. Also want to add some information from other high quality sources. It's often good to do that so you don't get a one biased opinion. So as much as I've got a love-hate relationship with them, they've got great content, Ahrefs. So I'm going to go Ahrefs, SEO, local SEO guide, for example. Perfect. So I'm just going to copy that link. I'm going to go back to my Google NotebookLM and add sources. I'm not going to go YouTube. I'm going to go website in this instance, and I'm going to go local SEO. And you need to give it a minute so it reads the whole URL. And if you don't have an error message, that's great there. If you do have an error message, a lot of websites have website crawlers, so you know, the Google NotebookLM can't read it because it's been instructed that not to do so. You can still kind of force it to read that information anyway. So let's say we got a error message with this file, with this page, sorry. You can just copy the entire content of it, and that's fine too. And you go to add a source and you add the paste copied text, and you can paste that in there. A bit more of a brutal way to add that information, but regardless, if it's really high quality sources, then you can insert that in there anyway. So we do this with all the sources that you are wanting to place in there. Now I'm going to use the one that I've got before. I've just added all my YouTube videos about that, plus some stuff from Ahrefs and SEMrush as well. So just quickly, you can also delete the sources there, or you can rename them if you don't want them. Or if you don't want to delete them, but you don't want it to reference that for a particular chat that you want to have, that's fine. You can just unclick it here. Great. In the new overviews, there's a lot of really interesting things that you can do as well. One is the formatting. You can kind of change it to meet whatever you're working on at the moment. So if you want everything selected, but you want to have a clear chat, you have a much more open component there. I really like this UI. Something that a lot of people are missing out here is the little configure option here. So you can define the conversational style as an analyst, as a guide, or a custom, and then you place in there how you would like it to respond. This is almost like a system instruction for any other LLM that you're using, and then choose the response length as well. I'm just going to use it as default for now, and just going to save it. But if you wanted to, let's say, act like a teacher and test me on these things, but don't give me the answers, for example, that would be a great thing as well. Or act like a SEO professional. I'm going to save here. Excuse the sniffles. I'm just coming out of a cold, but this was too good not to share. So great, I'm going to select all the options here, and I'm going to create, like I did before, the quick guide that then we can chuck onto Gamma. So I'm going to ask it to create, taking all the sources into consideration, create a detailed step-by-step checklist for local SEO. Perfect. So I'm going to ask you to make a detailed local SEO checklist that a business can follow. This new section here is something that I haven't tried before, but I wanted to see if it can hyperlink the relevant links to the correct keywords when appropriate. Meaning that if it's mentioning a YouTube video, maybe it can hyperlink that YouTube there. It might work, it might not. So let's see if it's going to create this for us. And I'm going to create a new Google Doc in the side here, and I'm going to just give it a while to load. Whilst it's doing that, you should see an option here to click to load the conversation. You won't have that. Yours will say click to create the conversation. And then you'll have an interactive mode here, which I really, really like. So now I've got my checklist. Perfect. All right. This looks pretty good. Yeah, perfect. Great. So this looks like a great checklist. I'm going to just copy this and see what it looks like in a Google Doc. Because I need to understand if it's in Markdown, which it looks like it is. And it is linking to the sources that I gave it. Fantastic. Great. Perplexity. Yeah. Perfect. Now, before we create this into a checklist with gamma.ai, what I'm going to do is show you other components here. So I'm going to go to interactive mode, and I'm going to press play, and you should hear in your audio the podcast about local SEO. Riveting, I know, something you definitely want to watch. You want to listen to on your car ride to work, let's say. Sometimes it doesn't work right away. I'm just going to...
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to really dive deep into local SEO.
Ooh, fun.
It is fun. It's going to be all about you guys and how you can boost your business online. Cool. And like...
Heck.
So now it's just talking about the all information and creating that into a podcast. So let's just press play
maybe
again.
Even get that number one
I'm
spot
go
on
join.
Google.
The Holy Grail.
Right, exactly.
Oh, our listeners got something to share. Let's hear it.
Hey, can you just give me the top 3 things that I should do with my Google My Business profile to enhance the reach?
Okay, that's a great question and super relevant to what we're talking about.
Yeah, we were just about to get into the nitty-gritty of Google Business Profiles, so perfect timing.
So if you want to boost your reach with your Google Business Profile, there are 3 things that you should really focus on.
Okay, lay it on us.
First, you need to make sure that your profile is completely filled out.
Like all the details.
Perfect. So what an incredible way to interact with information and data and learn. I think it's mind-blowing and it doesn't get shared enough of how cool this tool is. But anyway, I could talk about that for hours. I'm going to download this overview. And you see it's downloading here now. And I think downloading this overview, you can then re-upload that if you wanted to as a data source. For example, it's here. Let's see if I can do that. Add a data source. I'm going to chuck this in here. So you're kind of re-feeding it information, and it's just the WAV file. But if you like the blog post, the podcast, for example, it's a great way to do that. Another thing that you want to do is you can also just upload this into something like SoundCloud. You can then embed this into a blog post that you've done about local SEO, giving people just another way to consume your content. I've done a video about this on my YouTube channel. You're going to upload all the artwork here and just upload. We're going to miss a lot of things here. But the free version of SoundCloud allows you quite a lot of uploads. I think it's like 200 minutes or something like that. Maybe a bit more or less. I can't quite remember. But regardless, I think for a good blog post that you want to kind of expand a little bit more, you can turn it into a podcast and you can upload it into Google SoundCloud, and then you can embed this into your blog post. I'll leave a link below to a video that I've done about this on how to embed it into a blog post. But anyway, so you can join the conversation there as we just did before, and let's just close the audio aspect here. And you can generate a briefing doc, a study guide, an FAQ, a timeline in terms of like if you were to action this out. Let's go to FAQs. I think that's really important. You can add those FAQs, for example, at the end of your blog post if you haven't done so as well on a topic. For example, let's see. Wow. So these are what is local SEO and why is it important for my business? How do I get, all really good FAQs. You could create almost an FAQ section on your homepage with this stuff here. So perfect. We have trained this little notebook onto a bunch of information. I can learn more about it on how to do local SEO. You can also share this as well, but I do think you've got a limit into how much you can share this with. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to leave it in the video descriptions below, and let's see how many people can access this. So if you want to access it, just click the link. You'll need a Google a Notebook account, and see if you can access the NotebookLM that I've got on local SEO. So you can share it with other people. If you've got company information on a NotebookLM, you can probably share that to someone else. This is just such an incredible tool. So we've shared it, we've done FAQs, you can do a study guide, a briefing doc, and a bunch of other things. You can add your own notes there as well. So let's say I want to add something else, like you can also do image for local SEO and add your 2 cents, your own thoughts. Add those here. SEO. And then you can convert that into a source. So then you can now also reference that source that you've added there, so it's almost like your thoughts as well within here. I just love it. And if you don't want to reference it, that's fine. We'll just unclick it. It's such a good use case. So we have our checklist for local SEO that we created before, using all the sources here, and we placed it into a Google Doc just to see how it looks like. What we're going to do now is go to gamma.app. I'm in the free version, as you can see, so I've only got a few credits per month. But for what I need to do, there's going to be more than enough. You're going to create an account, and you're going to go to Create New AI. I'll leave a link below that you can use to create an account with Gamma. And then what we want to do is paste in text here. So create from notes or an outline or an existing content. Well, for us, it's existing content. It just doesn't look pretty. It looks like, a dirty Google Doc. We're going to paste it in here. But before we do, let's give it some instructions. So create this into a PDF checklist on local SEO. And then I'm going to back into my Google NotebookLM. I'm going to copy it down here. It's going to copy the markdown. I want to do that because it's got all the links embedded. I'm not sure if Gamma's going to embed them, but that's right. We'll see live. And then I'm going to paste all the information. You can do presentation, and you can download that as PDFs or shareable decks. But I'm just going to go to document here. And the default I'm going to leave as an A4. And I'm going to go to continue. You can change, obviously, the settings in what you want here. Let's see, UK English, AI images. I'm going to use minimalistic because this is quite dense copy. It doesn't really do too many images, but that's all right. And I like Imagen 3 from Google. It's been, from my opinion, outperforming a lot of other components here. I'm going to use 9 cards, beautiful, here. And fill in your outline with added details. I'm going to generate that. Perfect, that sounds great. And now I'm going to go to continue. And you can see here that I'm using 40 credits out of, I think I get 300 a month or so. I can choose the style here as well, and I really like this. Let's go a little bit futuristic. This looks great. Cool. And then once I'm happy with the look and feel of it, you can go to generate. You're going to give it a while. And you're going to have this incredible downloadable PDF. Is it ready to download right away? Probably not. It probably needs some editing here and there, but you've done, I would say, close to 95% of the work for something that really sometimes would take a lot, particularly when it comes to formatting. I'm not the best designer in the world, so I love when AI can do this correctly. So let's take a quick little look here. And it's already looking modern, quite cool. For me to format things like this in something like Google Docs would take me a while. It's just because I'm a bit useless at designing. Let's take a look here. Perfect. 1, initial optimization and foundation, Google My Business profile, fantastic. How to optimize your Google My Business, be specific with your business category, set business hours, add business address, define service area, fantastic. Content creation, yeah, reviews and management, nice. Monitor and analysis, all the things that I said. Tools for local SEO success, perfect. Yeah, perfect. So you can see here that it doesn't have too many images. Again, I think that's from the density of what we're writing about, but I can add more things here and there. But again, this is not going to be a video on how to use Gamma. I just wanted to give you a quick, dirty solution on how to get 95% of the way there with a downloadable PDF that you can use as a lead magnet there with those 2 free tools. Again, if you want a deeper dive, I'm sounding like an AI model now, into how to do SEO with AI tools and automations, I recommend you check out our community. There's a free one, a premium one. I'll leave links to both of these below. We're updating a lot of stuff in the new year as well. We've helped out a lot of people get to the #1 spot in a lot of particularly local SEO stuff, and just a great way for you to learn and speed up that learning curve. If you like this video, consider subscribing and giving this video a like. And I think tomorrow, the day after, I'll come out with a video on how to use this specifically for local SEO to generate quick, very optimized and same tone of voice, localized SEO pages. If you want me to do that tomorrow, make sure you leave it in the comments below, and I'll try to have that in the next 3 to 4 days. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.